What's happening, guys? This is James Blon with MMOHuts.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending March 17th, 2014. And there's tons of news this week, but starting it all out, we have the release of the Nightstalker class in Continent of the Ninth Seal. This new class is fairly unique, with her main abilities being Summon and Absorb. The Nightstalker is able to summon servants, each with unique attacks. She can then absorb some of these servants to deal burst damage, along with learning their unique skills. Don't think she makes her servants do all her work. She also wields a two-handed chain blade that seems to do enough damage as it is. It looks like a whole new chapter of Age of Wushu is just around the corner. Last week, Snail Games announced the fourth and latest expansion, Tempest of Strife. In this expansion, players are able to join 6 new sections and experience drastic and immersive weather, such as thunderstorms, blizzards, sandstorms, and even eclipse in Tempest of Strife, all of which also trigger special dynamic events. Other content added in this expansion includes School Betrayal, so you can seek out a new life of new skills, equipment inscription, and a new way to change your character's facial features, also known as plastic surgery. No, really. There are no exact dates yet, but this new expansion is set to go live later this spring. Even more news with Snail Games on Black Gold Online. As a lot of you may know, Snail Games opened up its doors to Black Gold Online for a select few over the past few weeks. Well, demand is taking its toll. This past week, the team sent out its first round of alpha keys and plans to start sending out some more. Rather soon, in fact. Currently, the alpha is under an NDA, but the cool news here is that the eager players are putting enough pressure on the developers to get the ball moving towards a more public accessible game. Next up, Dragon Nest Europe is celebrating its first anniversary this month. From March 12th through April 9th, the game's publisher, Shanda Games International Europe, plans to host several birthday events. And on top of all the various events, another content update has arrived for the game, this time introducing 4 new dungeons. The Miracle Altar area, the Madman's Laboratory, Jasmine's Intruder Base, and the Tel Noir Temple. They've also announced that in the next few months they'll be releasing the Desert Dragon, which is supposedly the hardest boss in the game so far, at this point anyway. For more details about the anniversary event and the new content coming, follow the link in the description below to the MMOHuts news post. In the latest Star Wars The Old Republic Insider video, it's all about the PvP. Well, mostly. In-game Update 2.7, also known as Invasion, players get a new battle zone for Galactic Starfighter that takes place in the atmosphere of Danan in the middle of a huge space battle. They also get a new Huttball war zone with a lot of new playstyles being introduced. On the PvE side of things, the game takes on 2 new flashpoints on Tython and Korriban, introducing a new story arc called Forged Alliances. And according to the developers, you can expect to see all of this new content and more through the rest of March and into April. And speaking of PvP updates, Tryon released a new Conquest map for Rift this past week called Steps of Infinity. This new map introduces 3-way combat with new objectives and options, but it's only just a part of a preview towards Game Update 2.7, which is set to include 4 new souls. So far, the new Liberator, Oracle, and Physician have been revealed. Soon, the Magic Soul will be revealed as well. So stay tuned to the news section at MMOHuts.com for more Rift news as Update 2.7 draws closer. Also last week, Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment and Turbine Studios opened up the floodgates to Infinite Crisis. Open beta, that is. Now players can sign up and gain instant access to the game and all 3 of the maps that have been released. Along with the announcement, they released this awesome new open beta trailer that you see playing in the background and gave its players a few options at winning prizes. If you refer your friends to the Infinite Crisis Facebook page, you can win 30,000 Crisis coins. I'm pretty sure that's enough to buy every champion and costume in the game so far. Tell the team why you fight on Twitter and you could win a custom Origin PC. Seems pretty legit. Follow the link below over to the official post for all the details. Next up, we also got a couple of games releasing soon, or even some that have released this past week, starting with ArcheBlade. Last week, Codebrush Games announced that ArcheBlade was set to officially launch sometime this April, which is next month, on Steam. And honestly, it's nice to see this game launching now, seeing that there was a little time there where it almost didn't make it, due to the lack of promotion, but with the help of its fans on Kickstarter, it made it through. And the official release will add in a customization system, aka gear up system, and more equipable items that can be purchased with both in-game currency or real money. There will also be several balance adjustments, graphical changes, of course, bug fixes. Keep your eye out for the official date of launch a little later this month. Surprisingly, last week, Blizzard made a sudden announcement that Hearthstone's open beta period is now over, meaning that it's officially launched. And the launch comes complete with a new patch that introduces quite a few updates, such as a new ranked play reward that allows your hero card to stand out with animation and a fancy new gold border. You get this after winning 500 matches in ranked play mode. The new patch also introduces a reconnect feature and many bug fixes and balance changes. So now the next step for Hearthstone is to target the mobile market, showing up on iOS. So they've got iPad demonstrations set up at the Blizzard booth at PAX East next month, and I'll probably be checking that out. So now it seems that the launch of Hearthstone triggered the momentum of Hero of the Storm. Last week, Blizzard released a technical alpha walkthrough video with the game's community manager. This video is aimed at showing players a preview of what they can expect to see when they load the game up for the first time. So it gives a nice preview of the tutorial, different play modes, the progression system, the shop, and plenty more. Currently, the technical alpha is set up for special invite testers to play the game while it's still in early stages of development, but apparently there isn't much of an NDA on the game for those special invites because there were several live streams soaking up tons of viewers wanting to see the game this past weekend. They've also released their first Champion Spotlight style trailers, so expect to see plenty more of these in the near future.
Hell, it's about time.
Next up, Sony Online Entertainment is celebrating its 15th anniversary of EverQuest this month, and in doing so reveals tons of new content across the EverQuest franchise. We finally see cooperative building in EverQuest Next Landmark, along with 2 new biomes and add-on claims. SOE has also released a player creation spotlight video for EverQuest Next Landmark that has some pretty impressive works of art being showcased. And this is just alpha. Getting in and playing the game myself, I had a feeling that players could create some crazy impressive structures beyond what we've already seen in some of the time-lapse videos. This past weekend marked the first closed beta weekend for Transformers Universe, and as the closed beta kicked off, the development team introduced 2 new Transformer warriors, Frontline and Conduit. Frontline is a big Autobot brawler armed with a minigun, axe, and hammer. This is a bot that definitely shouldn't be messed with. Conduit, on the other hand, is a Decepticon who is part healer, part killer. This past weekend's closed beta invites were given on a first-come, first-served basis, so if you want to sign up, follow the link below to the MMOHuts post for more details. And our last bit of news this week is about a newly announced title from Perfect World Entertainment known as Swordsman Online, not to be confused with Sword Art Online. We've been keeping our eye out on this one for well over a year now, and it's finally been announced. Swordsman Online is a martial arts-inspired MMORPG similar to Age of Wushu, but based off the famous novels from Louis Cha. The game will sport the Angelica 3 engine, which is capable of delivering highly detailed character models, smooth animation, and realistic environmental changes. Unfortunately, the reveal trailer here doesn't show detailed gameplay, but knowing PWE, we'll be seeing a lot more of this game really soon. With the announcement, they're also ready to start player registration for the closed beta, so head over to their brand new website, also in the description below, to sign up. Anyway guys, that's about it for the major MMO news and announcements for this past week. If you're looking for more information about the news featured in the recap, check the links in the description below, then head over to MMOHuts.com/news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below, or start up a new thread at MMOHuts.com/forums. Until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.